So if I was starting a new business, or I had a business with zero online presence, and I mean like nothing, nada, zilch, bupkis, then here are 5 things I would do at the very minimum to get started with building an online presence so I can start getting customers from digital marketing. And I want you to pay attention to tip number 5, because it is probably the most important step that some businesses don't even remember to do, and it might actually be the one step you should always do regardless of the other 4. Okay, so let's get started. So you have a business, you are ready to go online. So what would be step 1? Well, that would be to register your domain name. I know it seems pretty rudimentary, like of course I need a domain name, but not a lot of people know exactly what entails registering a domain name. First, you have to search for the name. Make sure that you have a name available to you. Sometimes somebody already owns it and they're gonna wanna charge you thousands and thousands of dollars for it. Other times, it's available and you can have it for a penny. You need to do a good search of domain names that you wanna have for your business. You might have to get creative too if somebody already has that domain name. So if you want to have Numero&x, which we tried to get at one point when we started our business back in 2012, it wasn't available. That's why our website is Numero&x.com. There's lots of places where you can search for domain names and you can buy them. You can go to GoDaddy or you can go to other spots. Whatever you go to, you can find a place that you can buy your domain for your business. Also, remember to try to get different iterations of it. So for example, up here in Canada, it's good to get the .com and the .ca version. You might want to try different spellings as well. So for example, if your company has a word in it that might be misspelled, get that domain too. You can always redirect a domain to a specific website, so that way if somebody types it in differently, it will still go to your website. Okay, so the second tip for starting your online presence after you've gotten your domain name, you need to get a hosting company. Somebody has to host your website. It is one of the most important decisions you will make with regards to your website, because a hosting company is pretty much in charge of whether your website is up or down, how fast it goes, and pretty much a lot of different technical aspects of your website. So you want to do your research when doing your website. You want to make sure that they have a plan for any kind of downtime or backups for your website. You want to make sure that they have a security program in place for, like, for example, like for SSL certificates. You want to make sure that they have the bandwidth to be able to handle the kind of traffic that you're going to have. Is it going to be a dedicated hosting service or shared, depending on what you need? Some companies are very small. They don't have a lot on their website. It might be a very simple website where they don't have any e-commerce. Maybe a shared option, which is cheaper, is right for you. On the flip side, you could have a website that's going to have e-commerce. It's going to have different kind of products and SKUs, and you're going to need a dedicated server. But whatever you decide to do, you need to do the research on a hosting company. You want to make sure that you are covered. You want to make sure that they have great customer support, that you're not stuck on hold for hours and hours. So do the research, find a hosting company that is right for your kind of business. Make sure that they can grow with you, that they're responsive with their customer service, and of course, read their terms and conditions, because technically, that's their business agreement that they can hold you to once you become their customer. Okay, the third step, you've got your domain name, you've got your hosting company set up. Now you need a website. So create a website. My advice would be to start with a WordPress website. I feel like that it is the most user-friendly, it is the easiest to work with. You can usually find a developer and a designer that has worked with a WordPress website before. You could even download a theme yourself and maybe try to create a website yourself. My advice if you're starting out is to go with a simple 4 to 5 page website. So have something like where you have your home page, you have an About Us page, maybe you have a list of products or services, you will have a blog page, and that is very important because you want to fill it with content as you grow, and of course a contact us page, so that way somebody can get in touch with you if they want to do business with you. I have some other videos about website design. You can check it out over here if you want. But when you're picking a website platform, whether it's Wix or WordPress or Shopify, is usability for the purpose that you want. If you're doing e-commerce, make sure that it has the ability to handle that kind of e-commerce. It has scalability. Make sure that it's SEO friendly. That's why I like WordPress. WordPress is very friendly with SEO. A tip that I would say is find a developer and a designer to work with you. I know a lot of people want to save money by doing it themselves. It is a arduous process. It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of troubleshooting, and a lot of effort. If you get a pro to do it, especially if they have their own staging server where they can create the website in a staging environment for you to look at, for you to review, to make changes, it is an ideal way to get started with a website. And like I said, keep it simple. Just do 4 to 5 pages. You can always add on later. Okay, the fourth tip. So now you've got your domain, you've got your hosting, you've developed your website or it's in development. You now want to register all the social media accounts, and that is across the board. And you might not do anything with these social media accounts, but you want to make sure that they are registered under your business. So that's your Facebook page, LinkedIn, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube. Make sure that is all registered with your business. You could put it coming soon. You don't have to do any posts right away, but they should be registered that you grab them and that you are there already. Now, if you want to start posting things even before you have a website, it is a great spot to start doing so. You could always have your call to action being a phone call. You could always just promote yourself with a quick video saying, hi, I'm launching my new business. You can put it on your Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, what have you, and get the word out there before your website is ready to go. Remember, if you've bought that domain, you've got your hosting, you can have a coming soon message if somebody goes to your website before it's ready. Okay, now before I get to the last tip, I just want to remind you to hit subscribe down below there, okay? It's in the corner. Click that subscribe button. We post videos like this on a regular basis. I don't want you to miss out. We do a lot of great stuff with digital marketing and business growth. So hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you won't miss the next video we post. Okay, the fifth, and by far the most important step that you have to do for your business if you want to start your online presence is to register your Google Business Profile. Google Business Profile is especially important for any business looking for local traffic, but every business should be doing this. You know what the Google Business Profile is? It's when you type in some business name or some search term, and it shows up in the right-hand side of the search window on your desktop. It helps you show up in the Maps section. It is a little bit of an arduous process on getting your Google Business Profile because you have to do it through Google, and they go through a lot of steps with security, including some video verification where you actually have to video yourself in front of your building sometimes. So just know that there is a bit of a process to it, but it is by far the most important thing you have to do for your business to help cement your online presence if you're starting brand new. So these are like the 5 steps that I would take if I was just starting a brand new business today. If it was just like the basic stuff, if somebody came to me and said, hey, I'm just starting a brand new business, what do I do? This is what I would do. It's very basic. There's a lot of things I could get into with each specific one. In fact, if you check out this video here, I talk about some website design aspects that are very important for a new website or a business website that's looking to get more customers.